Good morning and welcome to the Better Thyself segment of Dr. Lamba's Awakening Call. We live and die by rules. We have made rules that govern our life. Some rules are there by the government, the authority, the community. Some rules are made by the family, if you are in a family, by your partner, by your spouse, even by the children many times. And some rules are made by you. As a matter of fact, the rules, the regulations, the laws govern our life right from the day we are born. You are to do this, you are to do that, avoid this, indulge in that. And some rules are made by your health advisor, by your guide, by your mentor, by your teachers. In fact, there is no aspect of life which is free from the rules. And they are required. If there are no rules, it will be anarchy. But today I am going to talk of the need to break some rules. Breaking rules is extremely important and justified at times, especially to make yourself a better human being. If you want to open the doors for innovation, if you want to open the doors for the change, it's important to learn how to break the rules. Break the rules, but the way you break the rules is much more important. And many times you would find that you're indulging yourself in Epicurean activities and you break the rules. It's perfectly justified because you're leading a life run along secure, disciplined lines. And an occasional break from the routine and discipline doesn't hurt. Most of us break rules when the stakes aren't high and the outcome is something we can easily forecast. But have we ever broken the rules when the resultant fallout can be incalculable, can be harmful, can be unexpected? And it is at such a juncture of life that you need to break the rules. Until and unless you break the rules, you will not be able to explore new ideas or bring about change. If you toe the line all the time, then you are just either in a rat race or you're a copycat. So how do you progress? For that matter, until and unless you differ from the established norms, you cannot bring about a change. If you look at the people who brought the change, the people who were the ideas that moved the world, whether it was Christ or whether it was Nanak, as far as the theology is concerned, whether it was Bruno, Galileo, or Copernicus, as far as astronomy is concerned, whether it was Socrates, as far as philosophy was concerned, each one of them at one time or the other broke the rules. They have been heretics. Christianity would have continued to be a den of iniquity and corruption had Martin Luther not started the Protestant movement. For that matter, it's extremely important that if you want to innovate, but why go to the old? I've been talking of the people. Look at the modern world. Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. They are icons today because they broke the rules. And They broke the rules and created path-breaking ventures. I remember Mark Zuckerberg once saying, move fast and break things. Unless you are breaking things, you're not moving fast enough. That's right. Break things that are obstructing your way, which are impediments. You don't make cake without breaking the eggs. Can you do it? You have to break the eggs. So same is it. The chains, that rules are like chains. And as I said, you have got to differentiate between them. Some rules are which are healthy, which are constraints, which have got to be obeyed. But some rules are just restrictive, corroding, and suffocating. And it's incumbent on you to break those rules. Now you would ask that how do you decide which rules to be broken and which are not to be broken? If you look at the businesses all around, you will find that those entrepreneurs who were non-conformists established better businesses. Look at Henry Ford, for one. It's an outstanding example. And the top world leaders and innovators have been rebels who had little hope of success, and their parents and the teachers and the friends thought that they are going to be rotten, that they are no good. And they were the people who charted new ways by breaking the rules. And those were the ones who lived for the ideas in their heads and found little use for discipline. Until you break the mold in which you have been cast and in which the society wants you to be confined to that, until you experiment, until you take a challenge and break free, you will not be a person who matters. To be a person who matters, you have got to change the rules. Stability, need for decency, decorum, fine, they're all welcome. But the moment they're restrictive, they are to be abjured, hated, despised, and thrown off. They are the chains that bind you. However, now we come to the next point, and that is, should you break all the rules? But before I say that and tell you what guidelines should be there for breaking the rules, one thing I want to make it very clear, that until you exit your safe comfort zone, you see most of the people say, be in your comfort zone. That's stupid. Don't be in the comfort zone. As long as you are following the rules, you are in a comfort zone. And you're not doing anything. Like maybe you are just trapped like an animal in a cage. So leave the comfort zone, and then you would find the attraction of the new and the innovative. You have to ditch the ordinary for the extraordinary. You have to test your limits. You have to push the boundaries. And then you would become a better human being. Now, however, as I said earlier, before you set up on a trip to break everything around you, there are few important things that you have got to comprehend. Breaking rules, for the heck of breaking rules, might be fun at some time, but it can be a disaster. Disaster for you and disaster for the society. It's only when breaking follows a consistent pattern and a sense of direction that is useful. Now, many times the sense of direction may not be clear. It may be extremely vague and nebulous. But as long as some sense of direction is there, some glimmer of light is there at the end of the dark tunnel, it's fine to break the rules. But as I said earlier, I have been an iconoclast all my life. I've been breaking all the rules. But then I had a clear vision of what I want to do. And if I felt constrained many times, I simply broke the rules. Because I knew that my spirit has got to soar high. And I know what I want to do. I know what I want to achieve. So, important thing is, are you aware that what would be the result of breaking the rules? Whether right or wrong is immaterial. Whether the result is going to be bad, again, but you are aware that it's going to be bad. Secondly, as long as you break the rules which do not harm others, which do not violate the space of others, it's fine. But your whim, your breaking the rules should not be at the cost of others. As I usually say, you have liberty to swing your arms as long as you don't hurt the nose of another human being. So be sure that the rules you are breaking are the rules that affect you and not others. The moment you transgress that line, that is not being innovative, that is being destructive. And you have got to be innovative, not destructive. Thirdly, in order to break the rules, you must understand the rules very well. When the rules are made, they are a result of collective thinking and learning. So, you want to break the rule? Try to understand the meaning of the rule. And then, does it make sense? I wanted to resign a job. I was promoted. And I resigned the moment I was promoted. Why? Because I thought at that time that this is the maximum I'll achieve here. So let me go somewhere else where my achievement can be much more. So you have got to have a sense to walk away and remove the barrier. By doing so, you'll make a big change, perhaps make a major change. If so, then your guts tell you to do it, then break the rule. And then once you have broken the rule, don't look back. You know, the biggest problem of people is they want to break the rule, they break the rule, and then they start thinking, I wish I had not done that. Had I not done that, well, that's all bunk. Don't do that. And fourth is a gem which I often quote. And I quote it because it's applicable. When you are experiencing, initiating a big change in life, try to hold firm all other aspects. Be steady so that you're free to focus on all the energies on the one area that you want to change. Don't be distracted from that glimmer of light which I talked earlier. And if you are not distracted, you'll achieve your goal. And not only achieve your goal, you will make a mark and you will become a sort of an example to be quoted by the others that here's a guy who did something. Failure is immaterial. If you fail even in that, that doesn't matter. Because even your failure would be an example. So, every breaking of the rule comes with a sense of responsibility and knowledge. If you break the rule for the sake of breaking it, as I said, it might sound cool, but it can be disaster. Break the rules with awareness and alertness, with a target in mind, and I can assure you, you'll be successful. You'll be innovator. You might be the person who moves the world. Your ideas, your concepts. It's like, a butterfly. As long as it's in a cocoon, it's not at all good looking. The moment it breaks out of the cocoon, how beautiful a butterfly is. So if you want to be a better human being, if you want to be a butterfly, break your cocoons, break your chains, break the rules that bind you. You are meant to fly. Don't let the chains drag you down. That's the way to be a better person. So better thyself by breaking the rules consciously, with a clear objective, with a set target, and you would be what you want to be. A better human being, a better person, a person who can move the world. Think about it. Thank you.